Finally, if you have questions about your rates or about the dashboard in general, please contact us. You can email us by clicking on the email, feedback, or comments button in the About tab. We update the dashboard in North Carolina once a year, usually in or around April. For more information about rates and fees in North Carolina, including the report and tables of results of the North Carolina League of Municipalities and the Environmental Finance Center's annual rates survey, please click on the first button. For information and trainings on rates and fees in general, please click on the second link. The video tutorial has been focused on the North Carolina Water and Wastewater Rates dashboard, as of the 2010 version. However, much of the information provided applies to all of the other rates dashboards for the other states and will also apply to future versions of these dashboards. The details of each dashboard might be slightly different, the look might be slightly different, but the overall usability and the way that the information is being portrayed is the same throughout. We welcome any feedback and comments you would like to share with us. We would also appreciate knowing how you are using this rates dashboard. Thank you for completing these video tutorials.